The race to Mars is no longer science fiction. It's a high-stakes competition between two global giants, NASA and China. With bold missions, groundbreaking technology, and billions on the line, both nations are determined to claim the ultimate prize, becoming the first to colonize the Red Planet. But who's really leading the charge, and what could this mean for the future of humanity? Will it be NASA's decades of experience, or China's rapid rise in space exploration that wins the Mars race by 2030? The answer might surprise you, and it could change life as we know it. Let's dive in. First, why Mars and not the Moon? The Moon is closer, more familiar, and certainly cheaper to reach. But here's the catch. The Moon is essentially a dead rock. No atmosphere, no flowing water, and no signs, at least so far, of the organic chemistry needed for life. Mars, on the other hand, is a tantalizing mix of challenges and possibilities. Its atmosphere, though thin, is rich in carbon dioxide, a potential resource for producing breathable oxygen and rocket fuel. Its gravity is about 38% of Earth's, offering a sweet spot for human health compared to the Moon's nearly weightless environment. But the real treasure of Mars lies in its mysteries. Scientists believe that billions of years ago Mars was a thriving water world, complete with rivers, lakes, and perhaps even oceans. What if during this period microbial life emerged? Evidence of ancient Martian life, if discovered, would forever change our understanding of our place in the universe. Could Mars be a second genesis for life? And if life once existed there, what caused its extinction? These aren't just scientific questions, they're existential ones, driving billions of dollars in missions and inspiring a new generation of explorers. But beyond the romance of discovery lies another powerful motivator: economics. Mars is rich in resources that could revolutionize industries back on Earth and beyond. Take water ice, for example, not just essential for human survival but also a critical ingredient for rocket fuel. Then there's the possibility of mining rare minerals and metals buried deep beneath its surface. Could Mars become the energy and mining hub of the solar system? Some visionaries even argue that Mars could act as humanity's insurance policy, with climate change, overpopulation, and resource depletion threatening Earth. A self-sustaining colony on Mars might be the ultimate backup plan. What if Mars holds the key to humanity's survival? So, when you hear about the Mars race, remember, it's not just about flags and footprints. It's about rewriting the story of humanity, our survival, our innovation, and perhaps our evolution into a multi-planetary species. But how close are we to making this vision a reality? Who's leading the charge and who might ultimately win this race? Stay tuned. If you're as fascinated by Mars as we are, hit that like button and subscribe to join us for the next chapter in this incredible journey. For decades, NASA stood as the undisputed leader of space exploration. The moon landing, the Voyager probes, the Curiosity rover. These milestones define not just American achievement but humanity's reach into the cosmos. But now, there's a new challenger, and they're closing the gap faster than anyone expected. Could a country that sent its first astronaut to space in 2003 beat the organization that landed humans on the moon? NASA's legacy is monumental. Founded in 1958 during the height of the Cold War, it has been at the forefront of every major milestone in human space exploration. From the Apollo program to the Mars rovers and the upcoming Artemis missions, NASA has spent decades perfecting its craft. But NASA isn't just about history, it's also about cutting-edge innovation. Take the Mars Sample Return mission, for instance. This ambitious project aims to bring back soil and rock samples from Mars, a scientific treasure trove that could answer some of the most pressing questions about the planet's past. Meanwhile, China has been on a meteoric rise. In 2003, Yang Liwei became the first Chinese astronaut to orbit Earth, a moment that marked the country's arrival on the world stage of space exploration. Since then, China has achieved one breakthrough after another, landing rovers on the moon, sending the Chang'e 5 mission to collect lunar samples, and successfully placing the Tianwen-1 orbiter and Zhurong rover on Mars. And now, they have their sights set on something even bigger: Tianwen-3. Tianwen-3 is China's answer to NASA's Mars Sample Return mission. Scheduled for launch in the late 2020s, this mission aims to bring back samples from Mars using a bold, complex plan involving multiple spacecraft and unprecedented precision. While NASA is relying on its decades of experience and collaboration with the European Space Agency, China is betting on rapid innovation, heavy investment, and centralized decision-making to pull ahead. But this isn't just about scientific discovery, it's a battle of prestige, technology, and global influence. Let's not forget, space exploration has always been a geopolitical endeavor. During the Apollo era, it was the US versus the Soviet Union. Now the stakes are higher than ever, with Mars as the ultimate prize. A victory here would cement China's position as a global superpower in space. But will China's centralized, fast-moving approach outpace NASA's meticulous planning and international partnerships? Or will NASA's legacy and experience give it the edge it needs to maintain its lead? Who do you think will win this new space race? Drop your predictions in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest updates on humanity's journey to the Red Planet. But while the world watches NASA and China battle it out, what role do private companies like SpaceX play in the race to Mars? That's coming up next. Mars isn't just a battleground of ambition, it's a showcase of humanity's most revolutionary technologies. Rockets that defy gravity, rovers that navigate alien landscapes, and systems powered by artificial intelligence are all vying for the ultimate goal. But whose technology has the edge? And what innovations might tip the balance in this high-stakes race? What cutting-edge technologies will secure the winning ticket to Mars? Let's take a closer look. First, let's talk about Rovers, the scouts and explorers of the Red Planet. NASA's Perseverance rover, a technological marvel, landed on Mars in February 2021. It's equipped with cutting-edge instruments including a laser spectrometer for analyzing rock composition, a weather station, and even a device to produce oxygen from the Martian atmosphere, an essential test for future human missions. Its crown jewel? The Ingenuity helicopter, the first aircraft to achieve powered flight on another planet. Now meet Zhurong, China's first Martian rover, which landed just 3 months later. Smaller than Perseverance, Zhurong boasts solar panels for power, a unique challenge given Mars's dusty environment. But don't underestimate it. Zhurong is armed with ground-penetrating radar, allowing it to peer beneath the surface for water ice and minerals. It's a testament to China's ability to create robust, efficient technology. So which rover comes out on top? While Perseverance leads in sheer innovation, Zhurong's streamlined, resourceful design highlights China's knack for solving problems with precision and efficiency. Now, let's move from the surface of Mars to the rockets that make these missions possible. China's Long March rockets, the backbone of its space program, are powerful, reliable, and capable of carrying out complex missions like Mars exploration. The Long March 5th, in particular, is key to China's interplanetary ambitions, boasting the capability to launch massive payloads deep into space. But NASA has a secret weapon, its partnership with SpaceX. Enter the Starship rocket, an engineering game-changer. With its fully reusable design, Starship promises to drastically reduce the cost of space travel while carrying unprecedented payloads. And with its ability to refuel in orbit, it's tailor-made for long-haul missions to Mars and beyond. Could Starship's cutting-edge approach give NASA an unbeatable edge? Or will China's steady, proven technology take the prize? But rockets and rovers are only part of the equation. The true game-changers lie in the advancements happening behind the scenes. Artificial intelligence and autonomous systems are revolutionizing Mars exploration. Perseverance uses advanced AI to navigate hazardous terrain and make real-time decisions, a critical skill when every signal from Earth takes 20 minutes to arrive. Similarly, Zhurong uses autonomous capabilities to efficiently conduct its science experiments. Then there's propulsion. NASA is developing nuclear-powered propulsion systems that could slash travel times to Mars, reducing the risk to human crews. Meanwhile, China is investing heavily in ion propulsion technology, known for its efficiency in long-duration missions. These advancements could redefine how quickly and safely we can travel to the Red Planet. The Mars race isn't just about reaching the planet, it's about doing so with the best technology humanity has ever created. From rovers to rockets, from AI to propulsion, the innovations driving this race will shape not only the winner, but the very future of space exploration. Which of these technologies do you think will be the game changer? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're excited to keep up with the cutting edge in the Mars race, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The stakes are high, but no mission is without its risks. Up next, the challenges and dangers that could make or break the journey to Mars. Stay tuned. Mars has captured our imagination for centuries, but the journey to this alien world is fraught with danger. The question isn't just, can we get there? It's, can we survive when we do? Because here's the harsh reality. Mars doesn't care about our ambitions. It's a world of extremes, deadly radiation, unbreathable air, and temperatures that can plunge to -125 degrees Fahrenheit at night. And if we're not prepared, getting there could be the easy part. What happens if you get there and can't come back? One of the greatest threats begins long before you even land: radiation. In deep space, there's no magnetic field or thick atmosphere to protect you. Astronauts would be exposed to cosmic rays and solar storms, which can increase cancer risks, damage the nervous system, and even alter cognitive function. Both NASA and China are tackling this challenge head-on. NASA is researching advanced shielding materials and storm shelters inside spacecraft, while China is exploring innovative ways to protect astronauts during transit. But the clock is ticking. Any long-duration mission increases exposure and the associated risks. Now, let's talk about survival on Mars itself. The planet's thin atmosphere is 95% carbon dioxide, meaning there's no breathable air. Any human settlement will rely entirely on life support systems to produce oxygen, recycle water, and manage waste. One failure in these systems could be catastrophic. Then there's the issue of temperature. Mars may look warm and dusty, but its average temperature hovers around -80 degrees Fahrenheit. Keeping habitats heated and functional will require innovative energy solutions, such as nuclear reactors or solar farms, a challenge that both NASA and China are actively addressing. And let's not forget Mars's infamous dust storms, which can last for weeks and cover the entire planet. These storms could disrupt solar panels, clog machinery, and even pose risks to astronauts venturing outside their habitats. NASA's experience with its Mars rovers provides valuable insights, but for human missions the stakes are much higher. Beyond the physical challenges lies another monumental obstacle: cost. Mars missions require billions of dollars in investment, cutting-edge research, and years of planning. For NASA, budget constraints and political shifts could derail long-term plans. For China, the challenge lies in sustaining such a massive high-stakes program without setbacks. And then, there's the ever-present risk of catastrophic failure. A single malfunction during launch, landing, or the return trip could spell disaster for the crew and the mission. It's a sobering reminder of the razor-thin margin for error in space exploration. So why do we take these risks? Because the rewards are monumental. A chance to explore a new world, to answer the question of whether we're alone in the universe, and to ensure humanity's survival beyond Earth. What do you think? Are the rewards worth the risks? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated on humanity's journey to the Red Planet. We've explored the challenges. But what happens after we conquer them? Coming up next, the possibilities of Mars colonization and the future it promises for humanity. Stay tuned. The race to Mars is a spectacle of ambition and innovation. But beneath the surface lies a deeper question. Should this be a race at all? Imagine the possibilities if the brightest minds from NASA, China, and other nations worked together to tackle the challenges of reaching the Red Planet. Could humanity conquer Mars faster, smarter, and safer with a united front? Or is this rivalry too deeply rooted in politics and power to allow for collaboration? Competition in space exploration isn't new. The original space race between the United States and the Soviet Union drove humanity to achieve the unthinkable: landing a man on the moon. But the stakes are even higher now, with Mars offering the promise of scientific breakthroughs, economic opportunities, and the potential for human colonization. For NASA and China, this rivalry is as much about prestige and influence as it is about science. Each nation wants to be the first to plant its flag on Mars, to lead the next chapter of humanity's story. But is this competitive approach truly the best path forward? Take a look at the European Space Agency, which has partnered with NASA on several Mars missions, including the upcoming Mars Sample Return Project. Or India's Mars Orbiter mission, which demonstrated that cost-effective, innovative solutions can achieve great results. These partnerships show that collaboration can amplify the strengths of each participant, making complex missions more feasible and less risky. But when it comes to China, the picture is murkier. Political tensions and national security concerns have kept NASA and China at arm's length. In fact, U.S. legislation, known as the Wolf Amendment, restricts NASA from directly cooperating with China's space program without congressional approval. This creates a stark divide in how humanity approaches the Mars challenge. Now imagine an alternative scenario: NASA and China pooling their resources and expertise. Together, they could accelerate breakthroughs in propulsion technology, share the burden of enormous costs, and mitigate risks by combining their strengths. But is such a partnership even possible? Trust is a significant hurdle, especially when space exploration is tied so closely to geopolitics. The fear of technological theft or military misuse looms large, yet history has shown us glimpses of what's possible. The International Space Station stands as a testament to how nations with vastly different agendas can cooperate in space for the greater good. Ultimately, the question isn't just about NASA and China, it's about humanity as a whole. Would we achieve more by working together to conquer Mars, or does the competitive spirit drive us to innovate faster? The Mars race is more than a competition. It's a chance to redefine how we approach the final frontier, as rivals or as partners. What do you think? Should NASA and China put aside their differences and work together, or is this rivalry what fuels progress? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're inspired by the possibilities of Mars exploration, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into humanity's greatest adventure. The Mars race isn't just about technology or politics, it's about what it means to be human. Up next, the final chapter in our journey to the Red Planet, and what this race tells us about our future. Stay tuned. Just 7 years from now, and yet it's the deadline that could define a new era for humanity. But is it an audacious dream, or an achievable reality? Both NASA and China have announced ambitious plans for Mars exploration by this pivotal year. But with the clock ticking, can either side truly deliver on time? Let's map out the critical milestones each nation must reach to win the race to Mars. For NASA, the path to Mars begins with the Artemis program. Its mission? To return humans to the moon by 2025, laying the groundwork for the technologies and strategies needed for deep space exploration. Artemis isn't just about the moon, it's a testing ground for life support systems, sustainable habitats, and propulsion technologies that will one day carry astronauts to Mars. In parallel, NASA is focusing on its Mars sample return mission. By 2030, this groundbreaking mission aims to retrieve rock and soil samples collected by the Perseverance rover. It's a key step in understanding the planet's geology, searching for signs of ancient life, and preparing for future human missions. But NASA's ultimate goal is even bolder, sending humans to Mars in the late 2030s. Can these foundational steps keep pace with the growing competition? China's timeline is equally ambitious, if not more so. Their Tianwen program is moving at breakneck speed. After the success of Tianwen-1 and the Zhurong rover, China plans to launch Tianwen-3 in the late 2020s to bring Martian samples back to Earth, directly challenging NASA's sample return mission. But the real game-changer is China's goal to land humans on Mars by 2033, just 3 years after the 2030 deadline. To achieve this, China is rapidly advancing its Long March rocket family and developing nuclear-powered spacecraft capable of sustained missions to Mars. So who has the edge? NASA brings decades of experience, an extensive network of international partnerships, and private sector allies like SpaceX. The Artemis and Mars sample return missions are bold but methodical, with every step designed to build on the last. China, on the other hand, is betting on speed and centralized decision-making to leapfrog ahead. Their ability to execute large-scale projects with remarkable efficiency could make the difference, but it also raises questions about whether they can maintain this pace without setbacks. But here's the big question. Is 2030 truly realistic? For either nation, the challenges are immense. Building the technology, securing the funding, and preparing for the unknowns of a mission to Mars are daunting tasks. And history shows us that space exploration is rarely smooth. Delays and setbacks are almost inevitable. Yet, the determination on both sides is undeniable. NASA and China are racing not just against each other, but against time itself. 2030 is more than just a date, it's a vision of what humanity can achieve when we push the boundaries of the possible. Whether it's NASA, China, or both, the next 7 years will define the future of Mars exploration, and perhaps the destiny of our species. What do you think? Can either nation achieve their Mars ambitions by 2030? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into humanity's greatest adventure. As the Mars race accelerates, what does it reveal about our future as a spacefaring civilization? Don't miss the final chapter of this epic story. Stay tuned. The race to Mars is more than a contest of science and technology, it's a battle for the future. But what does winning really mean? Will the first nation to land on Mars dominate the new space economy, shaping the destiny of all humanity? Or could this race spark a new era of collaboration and shared progress? And here's the most profound question of all. Whoever wins the Mars race, will we all win in the end? Let's start with the economic stakes. Mars represents more than exploration, it's the gateway to a new space economy. The winner of the Mars race could establish the first foothold on the planet, claiming resources like water ice for fuel production and rare minerals that could revolutionize industries back on Earth. A successful Mars mission could also position the winning nation as the leader in space transportation, energy, and technology, dominating a multi-billion-dollar industry that extends far beyond Mars itself. For NASA, it's about maintaining its legacy as a pioneer. For China, it's about asserting itself as a global superpower. But Mars raises thorny ethical dilemmas. Does the first arrival have the right to claim the planet or even parts of it? Current international agreements, like the Outer Space Treaty, state that no nation can claim sovereignty over celestial bodies. But laws are only as strong as the will to enforce them. If a colony is established, who governs it? Who decides how its resources are used, and who gets to benefit? Mars could either become a symbol of humanity's unity or the starting point of a new kind of colonialism. Beyond economics and ethics, the race to Mars represents something even greater, our collective future. Winning the Mars race could inspire a new generation of dreamers, engineers, and scientists pushing the boundaries of what's possible. It could also serve as a reminder of what's at stake here on Earth. Mars offers a fresh start, but it also challenges us to preserve and cherish our home planet. The lessons we learn from surviving on an inhospitable world could revolutionize sustainable living on Earth, transforming agriculture, energy, and resource management. But perhaps the greatest impact of winning the Mars race is how it redefines what it means to be human. Becoming a multi-planetary species isn't just about survival, it's about evolution, exploration, and ambition. It's about asking the big questions: who are we? Where do we come from? And where are we going? So, who will win the Mars race? NASA or China? Perhaps the answer lies not in who gets there first, but in how we use this milestone to benefit all of humanity. What's your take? Will the Mars race divide us, or bring us together as one species reaching for the stars? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if this journey inspires you, hit like, subscribe, and share to join us as we explore humanity's greatest adventure. The Mars race is about more than planting flags or winning glory. It's about shaping the next chapter of our story as explorers of the universe. Because in the end, Mars isn't just the final frontier, it's the beginning of something far greater.